The weather outlook now on BBC One from John Sherwood.
Good evening. Well, as I'm sure many of you are well aware by now, high pressure at this time of the year often means fine, sunny and warm weather. They're not all entirely well behaved though, because there's been a fair amount of cloud circulating around within this particular high pressure. It's been dry, that's true in most places, but especially in the southeastern corner, the cloud on this cold front kept some places fairly cloudy for much of the day, while in other places the sun's been shining throughout the day. I think tomorrow there'll be rather less in the way of cloud about in the south of the country, so perhaps a brighter day there. On the other hand, that warm front's edging its way northwards and will bring rather more cloud into northwestern parts, perhaps with some drizzle too in places. And in fact, as we draw in very warm and moist southerly winds across the country, so some of these southern and western coasts may well become rather misty with some fog and low cloud and drizzle here too. And this really sets the pattern for the next few days, because high pressure is going to keep predominantly fine weather over most of the country, a good deal of sunshine, but fairly cloudy on some of these coasts, and we're going to find fronts getting just close enough to northwestern Scotland to keep it rather more cloudy there with a little bit of rain from time to time. If you look at the chart for midday tomorrow now, you can see the warm front approaching western Scotland, and that's going to bring some rain and drizzle and some cloud as well. The cold front coming down the eastern side of England isn't really going to produce much in the way of cloud or rain, except that late in the day it may just set off one or two showers in eastern England. But as far as tonight's weather is concerned, first of all, for most of us a fine and dry night, apart that is from a few spots of drizzle in some northwestern areas. But the cloud will be clearing in one or two places, and when it does, the temperature will fall just low enough for late in the night, one or two fog patches. This could occur anywhere really in Wales, England, North Scotland. And tomorrow that fog will lift into low cloud for a time, so some places are going to find it a fairly grey start to the day. But you'll find the sun coming through just about everywhere during the morning, and there'll be rather more in the way of sunshine around in the southeastern quarter in particular than there was during today, helping temperatures up a degree or two higher. Fairly cloudy in northwestern areas, but in Northern Ireland at least it'll brighten up during the day, although it may still stay cloudy in the far northwest. And then late in the day, one or two showers in eastern England. That's all from me now. Good night.
And the time now is 8 minutes past midnight. And just before we close for tonight, a reminder that on Radio 2's lunchtime programme, Bob Kilby has been sitting in for John Dunn, and in tomorrow's show, his guest at about 1 o'clock will be the longest surviving heart transplant case, Keith Castle, until 2 o'clock each weekday. Of course, between now and then, Radio 2 is on the air continuously, and at the moment you can join Brian Matthew round midnight, again at the Edinburgh Festival. But now, as we close BBC One for tonight, from me, Andy Cartledge, on behalf of all of us, a very good night. Good night.
Holiday entertainment for Sunday evening on BBC One. At 7:15, Tarka the Otter, a faithful screen adaptation of Henry Williamson's delightful novel set among the idyllic waterways of Devon, where man and his otter hounds are never far away. At 8:45, Elizabeth, the First 30 Years, a celebration and an assessment of the Queen's changing role and the nature of the job itself. A rich variety of behind-the-scenes activity at a time when the British monarchy is arousing worldwide interest. At 10:10, Everyman investigates Opus Dei UK. In Spain, it's called Octopus Day. In Italy, Sancta Mafia. And even though the Pope has granted it special status, Opus Dei is heavily criticised. And at 10:50, Cabaret stars Liza Minnelli in one of the cinema's most successful musicals, bringing to an end an evening of diverse entertainment here on BBC One.
And Saturday evening has its share of music lovers too, to be found in the Val Doonican Music Show.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Isn't she wonderful?
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Over on BBC Two in 5 minutes, more screwball comedy in the Nut House, and a big career break for Reginald J. Tarkington pleases everyone but him. Here on BBC One in 15 minutes, Match of the Day features highlights of 2 games from the FA Cup second round and live coverage of the draw for the next round. Now, it's 10:21 and time for the news and sport with Philip Hayton.
The European summit ends in harmony over Eastern Europe, but discord over a more unified community. Mrs. Thatcher was the odd one out on the social charter and monetary union. And Czechoslovakia's hardline president will resign tomorrow after swearing in a mainly non-communist government. Good evening. Leaders of the European Community...
10:10 this evening here on Granada, Morris Men of the World Unite. You've nothing to lose but being seen on al fresco as the team of outrageous comedians turn their attention to the simple pleasures of dressing up in funny clothes and hopping about. That's al fresco at 10:10.
Entertainment for Christmas Day on BBC Two. At 6:25, those dear ladies Hinge and Brackett give a prize performance from the hall of Cheltenham Ladies College. At 7:20, the Queen's Christmas message to the Commonwealth. At 7:30, Dame Kiri Te Kanawa entertains with a variety of seasonal music. John Mills and Omar Sharif star together at 8:20 in Edge of the Wind.
I am not geriatric. What excuse do you wish to put forward for your exotic behavior?
9:25, and Robin Ray presents the Film Buff of the Year All Winners Show. The stylish French thriller Diva at 10 o'clock finds a young Parisian the innocent quarry of the underworld. And at 11:55, Choirs at Midnight. Boys' choirs from around Europe perform in Vienna to round off entertainment for Christmas Day on BBC Two.
On BBC One in 10 minutes, a star-studded tribute from the Variety Club of Great Britain to the evergreen Dame Vera Lynn as she celebrates 50 years in show business. Here on 2, Harry Carpenter introduces a new series reflecting the great sporting moments of the past year, starting with a closely fought Battle of the Green Bays.
Good evening. It's safe to say that 1985 has been a vintage year of sport. For a non-Olympic year, it can seldom.
There's an exciting lineup of entertainment for Thursday here on Granada. 7:30 brings medical mirth and mayhem with Carry On Laughing.
I must say your pelvic cavity is very interesting.
In what way?
Well, it's rather large for a man, more like a woman, is it?
Yes, it is. Never used to be like that. Well, what does it mean?
Well, there's nothing to worry about, Sir Bernard. On the contrary, as you well know, it can be a great asset when it comes to childbearing.
At 8, the scheming continues in Falcon Crest.
I'm having lunch with Charlotte Pershing at the Turf Club.
You know very well that until recently she had a serious gambling problem.
Chase, I've heard something big over at Richards.
Haven't you been over this already?
You gotta hear this, Chase. You're in real danger.
Want a motor? Join the Brothers McGregor in a new series at 9.
A big-hearted car. A real triumph. Worth every penny of the £800 my brother paid for it.
If you want this car, the price is 200 quid.
At 10:30, Stacey Keach's Mickey Spillane's Ace Private Eye, Mike Hammer. An exciting lineup of programmes for Thursday here on Granada.
Monday's a fun day, Tuesday's a blue day, Wednesday's a frenzy, Thursday's the worst day, Friday's great, cause I can hardly wait until the weekend. Here come the weekend. Here come the weekend.
Every Saturday, NatWest turns into SatWest. About 200 branches open up all Saturday morning. So whether you want to open an account, or talk about money matters, or a personal loan agreed on the spot.
Right you are, Mr. Baker. We'll credit the money to your account. Thank you very much.
Come here this weekend. NatWest, the Action Bank.
G'day. Thought I'd taken a few gigs while I was over here. So I booked to see this ace British band. What are they called again, mate? Phil and his harmonica. Anyway, I grabbed a pint of the amber nectar to wet the wind section and came along. Sunrise early in the morning. And everybody...
Foster's, the Australian for lager.
She thinks we ought to look after ourselves. Get some exercise. Don't have too much caffeine. Cafe Hug decaffeinated. Just smooth, rich coffee. Tastes smashing. I'm not too keen on the exercise bit, but Cafe Hug's an excellent idea when coffee tastes this good. Who needs caffeine?
Mum, you see my green shirt?
Probably still on the floor where you threw it.
No! Mum! Look at the state of this. What am I going to do?
Wear the white one.
The white one? I'll wash it myself.
Bye-bye.
What's going on?
For everything you wash today, Persil Automatic is all you could want from a powder.
Oh, Mum!
This week in Woman's Own, a really helpful gift. Windowline Wipe and Shine reusable cloth. Free in Woman's Own.
Woman's Own, you know what I like.
And that's it for this Wednesday here on Granada. A quick look at the weather before we leave you. A mainly clear night with temperatures dropping down to freezing point in many sheltered areas, with icy patches on some roads. Tomorrow will start dry and sunny, but as the day wears on, some showers will return and they'll be quite heavy. On high ground, showers will be of sleet, snow or even hail. Temperatures in the region of 8 centigrade. That's the mixed weather for tomorrow. The time is just coming up to 19 minutes past midnight, and on behalf of all of us here at Granada Tonight, this is Graham James wishing you a very good night. And our usual reminder that independent local radio is still transmitting, but before you tune in, don't forget to switch off the set. Good night again.
Finally, cricket, and at the close of play on the second day of the second Test match against the West Indies,
England are again struggling. England were all out 353 shortly after lunch, and in reply, the West Indies have scored 159 for no wicket. Well, that's all tonight from the newsroom, so from me, good night. Now we'll have a look at the weather chart.
And in western districts, frost and patchy fog are likely in one or two places, but tomorrow temperatures will rise to about 9 degrees generally, 9 degrees centigrade, that's 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Eastern parts of Scotland and England will remain mostly dull, especially on the coast, where sea fog will persist in one or two places. Temperatures will be about 7 degrees centigrade, that's 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the weather. Now Monty Python's Flying Circus takes to the air.
This is Captain Macpherson welcoming you aboard East Scottish Airways.
People to read the credits for them, and firstly...
Well, owing to public demand, the BBC Monty Python record is now available in cassette tape form. Now, just before we close tonight, a look at our programmes tomorrow evening here on BBC Two. 7:35, Look Stranger. It's about Philip York, who until last summer was the last squire of Airthig. His house near Wrexham has now gone to the National Trust, but his legend lives on. Look Stranger is followed by The Waltons. It's the start of a new award-winning film series from America. It's won 6 Emmy Awards to date. It's the story of a family in the Blue Ridge Mountains during the Depression of the 1930s. The Waltons is at 8, at 10 to 9, Just a Nimmo, Derek Nimmo, of course. At 9:30, Second City First, the start of a new series of plays from Birmingham. Horizon, at 10:10, will be looking into the quite staggering amount of rubbish we bury or burn every year, rubbish that could well be recycled. What a Waste, it's called. Horizon at 10:10, Midweek Special and Election 74 at 5 to 11, and Open Door at 11:45 is given over to the cult of muscle mania. Sounds very promising. Programmes tomorrow evening here on BBC Two. Well, over on BBC One at the moment, the American personality Dick Cavett is talking to Laurence Olivier. Here on BBC Two, we take our leave of you with a musical nightcap from Prelude. On behalf of all of us here, this is David Allen wishing you a very good night. Good night.
Caesar, what's your reasoning? Do you dance through the fields with a smile on your face, like the broderie on lace on a young girl's breast? Lover, what's your covering? Do you hide your nakedness with a rose in your cheek and a voice that is meek like a blameless child? And there's a picture in my eye.
Hey, let's take a nice close look at everything we have. Here we have a horse, and a lion, and an elephant, right? Here we have a little lion, and a little bit bigger lion. No, this is a big lion, and sort of a middle-sized lion.
Well, be that as it may, on BBC Two now, a look at our programmes for tomorrow evening. They are as billed in Radio Times. And I'll leave the caption up for a few moments if you'd like to make a note of them.
This year, take another view of the Mediterranean on Gibraltar. Ring this number for a brochure or see your ABTA travel agent.
Nobody makes soup in a cup like Bachelor's Cuppa Soup.
That's better.
And now there's 2 new special varieties to try, like chicken and vegetable special. Great taste. With lots of crispy croutons and delicious chopped vegetables. And barbecue bacon and tomato special too, with tasty smoky bacon and crunchy croutons.
Real. Croutons. Tomato.
Like Bachelor's Cuppa Soup.
That's special.
I remember that night in the flicks with me date. We was watching old Rudy. Beryl thought he was great. Romance, she was thinking, but I wasn't, mate. What a lovely Saturday night. So I thought, stretch me legs and give it a rest. Hello, Jim. You fancy a pint at best, you thirsty, mate? Feel like Bo Jest. Blimey, what an oasis. Courage best, should be right. Have his name read up in lights. Here, you better go. Well, we could have cried. Here, Beryl's nearly closing time. What a lovely Saturday night.
Remember a pint of best.
courage do?
PicPack, the cassette storage system that keeps all your prints looking a picture.
Bounty is coconut. Moist, tender coconut. Covered with thick, smooth chocolate. Bounty's moist, tender coconut gives you the taste of paradise.
This is the magical world of Storyteller. Children enter it when they open Storyteller 2, a new collection of books with 50-minute cassettes, so children can look, listen and read The Circus Animals Strike.
His feet got in the way, and he tripped up Clarence.
The Creatures with Beautiful Eyes.
3 weird creatures appeared.
And featuring The Wizard of Oz.
She set off along the road of yellow brick.
Fortnightly, with at least 6 great stories, Storyteller 2 turns into a new children's library. Storyteller 2. The first part's out now.
Maxell videotape. Lets the color break through.
New Timotei shampoo. So mild, you can wash your hair as often as you wish. Containing natural herb extracts, Timotei always leaves your hair soft and shining, with the fresh smell of summer meadows. Timotei, so mild, you can wash your hair as often as you wish.
This very particular cat knows that all that glitters is not gourmet. GoCat Gourmet is all meat, no soya, no cereal, just 100% meat, enriched with vitamins and minerals, sure to win even his wholehearted approval. All meat GoCat Gourmet. Why not give your cat 100%?
This year, visit the gods. Greece. There's nowhere on earth like it.
Hooray for the ultimate in newspaper games!
No cards, no leaflets, no crossing off numbers, and no shared prizes.
It's sensational new Daily Star Lucky Star numbers. All you need to win is make up your own lucky number. Then send it to us with your name and address. You don't even need a stamp. Full details are in the Daily Star. Cash prizes worth £25,000 can be won every day. A £10,000 jackpot every week, plus mystery prizes worth thousands more. So check your Daily Star every day to see if your lucky numbers have made it your lucky day.
Heinz challenged 2 old rivals to a beef curry race. Both used only carefully selected ingredients, lovingly prepared with traditional spices. But one of them found everything he needed already freshly sealed in a little bag. Surprisingly, both chefs produced a delicious beef curry in just 5 minutes. But one of them also made a chicken curry, a beef goulash, and some tasty sweet and sour pork. Heinz Take 5 when you need good food in a hurry.
So, 3 people, 2 weeks in Greece, late July. Let's see.
Just a minute, darling.
Well, this is a tour operator I'd recommend. It's a lovely resort, good hotel, and between the 3 of you, you'll save at least... Oliver. Is there someone else?
Oliver.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you down there, sir. Perhaps Perhaps you'd like to see some special information for bears while I sort this out. Now, 4 people, 2 weeks.
Don't just book it. Thomas Cook it.
Unbeatable value offer from Brightlight. Brightlight double-glazed replacement windows and doors now at less than our single glazing prices. With Brightlight Finance, it's install now, pay later. Just £10 down, then nothing to pay till next October. Ring Maidstone 44111 now.
Incredible but true. Quick Fit Sale is Britain's biggest ever exhaust sale. Incredible but true. Hanno Mikkola uses 1,800 tires a year. Incredible but true. Up to 50% off exhaust in the Quick Fit Sale, plus sensational offers on tires. Incredible but true. A petrol-driven lawn. Incredible but true. Up to £250 instant credit in the Quick Fit Sale. It's Britain's biggest ever. Incredible, yes, but true.
Open an account with Bradford and Bingley, and it can open all sorts of doors for you. The door to extra interest. If you have £500 to invest, we pay a full 1.25% extra. At Bradford and Bingley, we open more doors for you.
What the papers say about Vauxhall Opel?
It isn't unusual to get the odd good review, but one car maker's getting more than their fair share. The Mail on Sunday.
The Vauxhalls and Opels in the showrooms now are showing a new level of refinement, performance and value.
Little wonder sales have doubled in 2 years. The News of the World Sunday magazine on the Cavalier.
No plodding reps car, this. More an executive express.
Tell us more.
It has a combination of smooth ride over bumps and a good grip of the road that makes fast driving enjoyable and slow driving relaxing.
But what of the Astra? Autocar.
We still rate the Astra at the top of the poll in this class for its excellent combination of ride, handling and responsiveness.
The AA's Drive magazine tested the Nova.
GM's little gem aims to please.
I think they like it.
It offers a level of performance, especially in top gear, that puts all the other economy cars in the shade.
Form a queue at your local dealer.
We think it's the hatchback that everyone else is now going to have to catch.
Catch? I suppose there had to be one somewhere.
Before you buy any car at any price, compare it with a Vauxhall or Opel.
Nougat, caramel and whole hazelnuts covered in delicious milk chocolate. That's nuts, now only 15p.
Didn't we have a lovely time those anchored days of childhood? Out on a bike with someone you like, Babs and Dudley getting cuddly.
Anchor butter. The sheer taste of it makes your heart melt. Nothing else like it. That's why you've always had a soft spot for it.
Yes, that's what we've got. We've all got a soft spot for that Anchor day.
We've all got a soft spot for Anchor. Always have had.
Everybody's reading about Suncrest, the bright new company from Bass Holidays. Suncrest. Good hotels, good holidays, great value.
Now they have buttons. You can plug them in where you like. They can tell you the time, memorize your numbers and make calls for you. Office phone systems that go on trying if the internal number's engaged and call you back. You can time the call and record the units you've used. They take phone cards, talk louder or quieter. Come in different colors and sizes. Square, round and fun-shaped. Telephones from British Telecom, setting the pace in offices and homes now and in the future. British Telecom is the power behind the button.
Grandee, a mild, cool-smoking cigar, whose quality and pedigree commend it chiefly to the more discerning. No one's too grand for a grandee.
starting tomorrow, The Jewel in the Crown. Paul Scott's epic story of destinies forged by the last troubled years of British...
In Knightsbridge in central London. It was crowded with people doing their Christmas shopping. A warning was received, and as police approached the suspect car, the bomb exploded, devastating a large area, hurling glass and black smoke everywhere. Clive Ferguson reports.
These amateur pictures were taken minutes after the explosion. In response to a telephoned warning, police had gone to the back of Harrods to investigate suspicious cars. One exploded as they examined it. The Christmas shoppers who packed the area looked bewildered, ignorant of the destruction, deaths and injuries the explosion had caused. As the bewilderment turned to shock, the police had to try to instill urgency but not panic to get them away from the area, as more and more police arrived at the scene. As the streets were cleared, many of the less seriously injured were given on-the-spot treatment by police, as yet other emergency services arrived to help the more seriously hurt. The badly injured were taken to various hospitals, one of them St Stephen's in Fulham. Staff were working at full strength and extra nurses and doctors had to be called in. For some arriving at the hospital, there was the relief of reunion with friends they'd been separated from in the panic at Harrods. Tonight, the Metropolitan Police Commissioner gave details of the bomb warning, a warning designed, he said, to mislead, not help police clear the area.
Not yet been finally checked. I think it's very evident that this message was so famed that it would dissipate police resources, you know, with, mentioning Oxford Street and other premises, and this really is quite a usual tactic of the IRA to make the response of the police a diffuse one, a number of locations, at only one of which there might be a bomb. That is not unknown in the past.
A short time later, Mrs Thatcher arrived at Scotland Yard. She'd been fully briefed on the day's events, then gave her view of what had happened.
I think this is even worse than everything one knew previously. It is really wicked. And I said earlier, it's a crime against humanity. It's a crime against Christmas, too.
Later, after visiting the injured, the Prime Minister drove to Harrods to see for herself the scene of the IRA bomb that had brought death, injury and fear back to the streets of London.
Dublin businessman Don Tidy has had his first full day of freedom after being released from his IRA kidnappers yesterday.
Doing it once more, not this. Right. Thanks for looking. Right. Right.
That's all from BBC Two for tonight. Good night.
And here's the weather. Tonight, rain over northern and eastern areas will clear from most places, but there will be some fog and perhaps a touch of frost. In the south, a few showers will continue, mainly near coasts. Tomorrow, the south will become wet and very windy as rain spreads to most places by evening. Further north, it will be brighter than today, with sunny intervals and a few showers. There will still be some rain left over northern Scotland, but much of the mainland should brighten up later. Temperatures will range from 9 degrees centigrade, 48 Fahrenheit in the southwest, to 6 centigrade, that's 43 Fahrenheit, in the north. Now, on to We Continue Jan Troell's epic film starring Liv Ullmann and Max von Sydow, which tells the story of a group of brave and adventurous Swedish farmers who left their country in the middle of the 19th century to resettle in North America. Driven by poverty, hunger and religious intolerance, Karl Oskar, his wife Christina and a group of family, friends and neighbours survive the deprivation and discomfort of the long sea voyage, sustained only by their faith and hope of what lies ahead in the new land.
New comedy coming soon. Square Deal.
It's not a permanent deal, Nigel. It's only until his hand recovers.
She'll be as safe with me as she would with Cliff Richard.
When somebody comes to sell you a pension, life assurance, or a mortgage, will they sell you one that suits you, or one that suits them?
I suppose we're both of us dealing with the future.
At Allied Dunbar, we promise we won't offer you any of our products until we've completed and analyzed a thorough fact find. So the first time we meet, don't expect us to sell you anything at all.
You will become strangely attracted to a mysterious older woman.
Right. Allied Dunbar. Before we open our mouths, we open our ears.
The new Wilkinson Sword Profile Extra has a feather-light touch, thanks to a special low-friction strip. It's designed to shave you close, more smoothly than ordinary razors. The new Profile Extra with low-friction strip.
Nescafe Blend 37. Richer, darker, distinctly continental.
Why chance anything less?
From William the Conqueror to Princess Beatrice, the Sun's Royal Souvenir Album tells the history of our illustrious royal family in living detail. Plus 16 sets of colour stickers to collect, 15p a set with a royal token from the Sun. And get this magnificent colour souvenir poster absolutely free, only in the Sun on Wednesday.
Pizza Hut. Order a takeaway Pizza Hut pan pizza with all your favourite toppings, and we'll make you a pizza you can't resist.
A new comedy drama, Natural Causes, coming soon.
I saw Mother again last night.
She's dead. Oh, and you have this urge to follow?
Yes.
So why are you still here?
Natural Causes coming soon.
Coming soon, I'll Take Manhattan. A story of power, betrayal, vengeance, and passion as a family scheme amongst themselves for control of a publishing empire. I'll Take Manhattan, coming soon.
Thursday at 9, The Equalizer.
We've got Winter's Son. I am going to take you apart, piece by nasty little piece.
Edward Woodward is The Equalizer. Back Thursday at 9.
Coming soon on TBS, Blind Date, hosted by Cilla Black. The show where contestants choose their partner for a day and then reveal what they really think of each other. Blind Date, coming soon on TBS.
Look at this Bluebird GSX ad. Get hold of a couple. Check them out.
Okay, let's get going.
Well, Smith?
I can't fault the cars.
I don't know how they do it. The Bluebird ads run them. And Carter, leave me the keys.
At NatWest, we've introduced the custom-made mortgage to make the process of moving more up to date and a little more streamlined. So, if a simple repayment or endowment mortgage isn't best for you, a specialist will individually design your mortgage. And what's more, if you apply before September the 22nd, we'll give you £200 when you move. So perhaps you'd better get a move on. And press for action.
Tom.
Napolina, grazie.
Recently, DuPont discovered people with great carpets had to make great saves. So DuPont developed Antron Stainmaster Carpet. Now, even if a stain like this soaks in for hours, it's a memory in minutes with Antron Stainmaster Carpet. Because you never know. Antron Stainmaster Carpet. Even dried-in stains come out.
If you're fed up with this, and you want more of this, put Best to the test. If things go astray, we'll show you the way. Put Best to the test. Best has more of what you're looking for. If your weekly seems weak, pick up something unique. So put Best to the test. Don't settle for less.
Best at your newsagent now.
To flow, wherever metal moves against metal. To clean, lubricate, and protect today's petrol, diesel, and turbocharged engines demands an oil of superlative quality. Protect your engine with Esso Superlube, the striped protector. Quality at work.
Don't get a complex. Get Amplex. Roll-on deodorants for total freshness.
Coming soon. Taggart is back.
You'll have been told that we found rat poison in one of your free samples.
Did you poison that?
Taggart, the 3-part series coming soon.
New comedy coming soon. Square Deal.
It's not a permanent deal, Nigel. It's only until his hand recovers.
She'll be as safe with me as she would with Cliff Richard.
When you fill up at Shell, you're not just buying petrol.
And whatever comes our way.
Shell. The choice is yours.
You're phoning your building society?
Mm-hmm.
Will they be there?
Fat chance. No, I'm just paying a few bills.
You pay these with that?
Yes. I just dial my account number and even get my balance.
Here and now?
Yes. And I can get 250 quid out of those funny little machines in the wall.
You control all your affairs like this. Why haven't I got one?
I don't know. Have you asked?
No, I can't ask.
Why not?
Don't like to.
Go on, they won't mind.
Do you ask for me?
Shan't.
You're rotten, you are.
Cash Plus from the Alliance and Leicester.
Now it's time for another of those witty Heineken commercials. So if you want to nip out and make a cup of tea, now's your chance.
Oh, hello, Pet.
Haven't you even started yet?
Yeah, but Pet, it's all preparation, isn't it?
Well, if it's not done by the time I get back from Mother's, there'll be big trouble.
So you see, Heineken even refreshes the pets other beers cannot reach.
To go the same distance as one set of Duracell,
You'd expect to have to replace ordinary SP batteries, but how many times? Twice? 3 times? In fact, in this continuous test, Duracell outlasts ordinary batteries over 5 times. Duracell lasts even longer than you thought.
Quarter gold, son! Quarter gold. Because even if you're losing the light, you can still get a winner. Hey, I thought I won. Oh, absolutely, Steve, just keeping your place. Is that your name on there?
Kodak. We have the clicknology.
Before I used a Reach toothbrush, this was the only way I could reach my back teeth. But my wife didn't like it. But now, I have my Reach toothbrush with its specially angled neck, a happy wife, and very clean teeth.
Reach from Johnson & Johnson.
In next Thursday's film at 7:40, The Lady Vanishes.
Rags with joy. Why don't we go and see if the dining car is open? A nice cup of tea will help to settle your poor tummy.
The English lady, the one who was sitting right there. The one you said you never saw.
I say I did not see her because I did not see her. And I did not see her because she was never here.
This whole continent is going to explode in about 20 minutes. And what I think would be really dumb is if it was all triggered off by a madcap American heiress.
Anyway, we came back to the compartment, and I went to sleep.
Passed out.
Shut up, swine. And when I woke up, she was gone.
A classic mystery as The Lady Vanishes. Next Thursday at 7:40 here on Thames.
Daddy! Daddy, we want to get married.
If you want to keep a certain amount of money available for the odd emergency, you may find you need a helping hand. The London and South of England Building Society extend that hand. We can advise you on how to save your money and give a good return on it and still make it available when you need it.
Congratulations.
The London and South of England Building Society. We're here to give you a helping hand.
They look very fancy, these curtains, don't they? And they're not that difficult to run up, if you see what I mean. You'll find all the instructions in issue 1 of From Start to Finish, a new guide to needlecraft that teaches you all the basic skills, and some that aren't so basic. And you make as you learn. So even after 1 embroidery lesson, you can do this to a blouse. If you're more expert, it's full of professional tips, like putting in a zip so it doesn't bulge, even if you do. Look out for issue 1 with its free pattern, because it's never too late to learn.
Harold, me and my husband, Wally, want to show you this Oriental bamboo steamer. You can only buy it on television. So please to get pen and paper ready to write down address at the end of advert. No, you, Wally. Go get food. Silly idiot. We put 1 English meal of fish, potatoes and vegetables, and a spotted dick into steamer, and 1 into ordinary saucepans. Notice, fish is frozen, straight from deep freeze.
Oh, blast monkeys.
If you boil food, you boil vitamins away, and food soggy. If you steam food, you seal in vitamins, and food very tasty.
Damn clever, these Chinese. Huh?
Wally been at cooking sake again. You can even steam all the leftovers, and they come out fresh and tasty. Or you can steam stale old bread, and it come out fresh, like a new baked bread. Now, look at main meals. Tender fish, tasty desserts, crispy vegetables, rib-smacking tasty. Boiled food.
Look like old school dinner.
Shut up, Wally. And look at other meals you can prepare with steamer. Delicious corn on cob, succulent prawns, mouth-watering chicken. Now, look at a special offer from WL Housewares.
You can get all 3 baskets and lid for just £9.99 with a free recipe booklet and wooden spatula.
Leave it alone, Wally.
To get your Oriental bamboo steamer, use your Access or Visa card by ringing 01200 0200 now. Or send a cheque made out to Steamer Offer to Admail 1, London, NW1 3PY.
The Longman Word Bank, probably the most up-to-date fund of words and definitions in the history of English. From it comes the illustrated and comprehensive Longman New Universal Dictionary, setting new standards of family reference at only £6.95. For young people, the Longman New Generation Dictionary and the completely revised Roget's Thesaurus, plus pocket and mini dictionaries to make sure your family find all the answers. From Longman, the Word Bank.
On ITV this weekend, we begin 2 popular new series for autumn. On Friday night at 9 o'clock, welcome back, Shine On Harvey Moon.
Oh, hello, Reet. What's up?
Blimey, it's not Christmas already, is it?
I'm not talking on the doorstep.
All right, I'll come out on the landing.
You go on about how he's your boy, you'll do everything for him. Well, you can start by paying me something regular every week.
Now, she's got a point there, Harvey.
Yes, I've got a point. Thank you, Mrs. Moon.
Now, you can call me Mum.
All right, you have got a point. How much is a blazer?
I don't want you to buy him a blazer like it was a present. I want you to contribute to your son's upkeep. I can't manage no more on my money.
And on Saturday at 6:10, don't miss the funniest show on television, Game for a Laugh, back in a new series with incredible stunts, crazy situations, hilarious surprises. In fact, anything could happen, and usually does, just when you least expect it. So if you're game for a laugh, be sure to join us this Saturday at 6:10. And remember, Shine On Harvey Moon on Friday at 9 on ITV.
This is Thames from London. In 30 minutes, our local bulletin. But first, the national news from the studios of ITN. It's 10:30.
Scotland loses 3,000 Trident missile jobs to America. The TUC applauds the nurses, the government doesn't budge. The chief gunman in Bern was a former communist spy. The QE2 is still stuck, her passengers can't wait. And Sebco may have glandular fever, he's out of the Commonwealth Games. Good evening. The government are scrapping plans for a £500 million Trident nuclear missile service base at Coulport on the Clyde. Instead, the missiles will be serviced at an American Navy base.
Sainsbury's low-fat Vitapint is a fresh, pasteurized skimmed milk with added skim milk powder and extra vitamins A and D. It tastes like fresh milk. It has only 1/10 the fat and 2/3 the calories. As part of a calorie-controlled diet, it could do wonders for your figure. But at only 17p a pint, you won't have to tighten your belt. Good food costs less when it's Sainsbury's.
Oh, late again. That new town my firm's moved to. 50 miles as the crow flies. And believe me, I have to.
Here's another latecomer.
150 miles, boyo. 150 flaming miles.
All business development areas have got one thing in common. They're all not in London. All except the London Docklands.
I walked here. I didn't get where I am today by being somewhere else.
The London Docklands Development Corporation. Why move to the middle of nowhere when you can move to the middle of London?
Waking up, rolling on ZR. Flying up, seeing people going up. Getting fresher, need another pair of hands. Going out on the tiles that our helps keep you dry. All smiles, all day. Be confident from Z to R.
Lift me higher, lift me to the sun, lift me to the sky. Here comes the sunshine, teach me how to fly.
Lift lemon tea. It's lighter than coffee, more refreshing than tea. Lift.
Lift me to the sky.
Everyone's taking it up.
Lost in the money maze, the maze of saving schemes? Worried about your longer-term money of £500 or more? A simple way out is the new Halifax Special Investment Account, offering 2% extra above our basic rate. That's really top interest, and yet your money is available at only 3 months' notice. Get out of the maze, straight into the world's biggest building society. And here's a special announcement. This extra 2% can only be offered on accounts opened before August the 1st. So, open an account tomorrow.
Get a little extra help from the Halifax.
Bonus Print gives you superb prints 30% bigger than most. So look for the Bonus Print envelope or see your daily papers.
It's the bigger picture bonus of Bonus Print.
Vaughan's summer sale. It's their last summer sale. It'll be their best summer sale ever. Vaughan's last summer sale, Oxford Street.
New Frisch, the lavatory cleaner that kills germs, cleans stains, and leaves the whole room smelling fresh.
...117 miles northeast of Aberdeen. On the Tartan platform, Texaco engineers work round the clock to boost oil production from existing wells and to pipe in promising new ones. When it comes to getting British oil into productive use, Texaco, the driving force.
I was a real bear with a sore head when I had a headache. I get quite snappy with the kids. But now, thanks to Disprin, my headache is soon under control. Disprin is gentle and it dissolves before you take it. In fact, Disprin gently dissolves away the pain. Next time you're a bear with a sore head, take Disprin.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out, check it out. Check it out. Check it out, check it out. Check it out.
Check out 82. Big price cuts and hundreds of them, making today's Tesco even better value.
Today's Tesco.
Check it out.
You won't remember when Johnson & Johnson first helped keep your skin soft and smooth. Now you've grown up, Johnson & Johnson is still keeping baby soft skin baby soft. And always will.
We're going to show you how to save money with your electric water heating. It's simple. You use it at night. What you need is an Economy 7 time controller, so your immersion heater runs overnight on cheaper night rate electricity. And with a thick lagging jacket, hardly any heat is wasted. When you wake up, there's a tank of cheap piping hot water, electric. So heat your water overnight with Economy 7. Ask at your electricity board or registered contractor. Heat Electric.
There's something completely new about Andrex. It's still just as strong and just as long. But now, Andrex is softer than it's ever been before. So much softer. You can feel it. Andrex, softer than ever.
So, 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 so. So, 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 ouch. There, there, there.
Skip, 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 trip.
There, there, there. Chop, 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 chop.
Elastoplast airstrip. There, there, there.
Only one motoring organisation is big enough to have covered 50 million miles and attended 2 million breakdowns last year. The AA. The relay service alone recovered over 170,000 vehicles. Now, a new optional home breakdown service, AA Home Start. Only the world's largest motoring organisation can offer service on this scale.
AA service, can we help you?
All for less than the cost of your daily paper.
From Birdseye, a new strawberry super mousse, fruitier than ever before. A romantic ending. The joy of new chalk and nut super mousse with a crisp coating and nuts. A happy ending. And deliciously colorful new Neapolitan super mousse. A spectacular ending. Birdseye super mousse. The perfect endings.
Have you seen these summer crackdown prices at Woolworth? Only £2.79 for 3 selected LPs. £2 off these suitcases. £2 off this Flymo DLE hover mower. There's interest-free credit on audio. And furniture. £3 off this Black & Decker hammer drill. And ladies' selected handbags at half price. So, with dozens of crackdown prices throughout the store, there's something for everybody at Woolworth.
It's easy to get the pesetas. It's easy to get the lira. It's easy to get the drachma. You get yourself to NatWest. See, and they will do the rest.
At NatWest, you can get foreign currency or travel checks, and you don't even need a bank account. For an easy start to your holiday, get down to NatWest.
Get the drachma. Get the pesetas. Get the lira. Get the drachma. Get the pesetas. Lira. Drachma. Pesetas.
And get the franc, too.
Get the franc? It's not a rhyme. Spoil the whole commercial.
Had an accident, Fox?
No, I'm the invisible fox, whose rightful place is on that cool, clear, invisible Foxy's Glacier Mint!
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ow! Ooh.
Sorry, Fox. I didn't see you there. Fox's Glacier Mint. Clearly minty.
Some time ago, Sarah Drake decided to change her husband. More and more women are coming to the same decision.
Hi there.
They're changing their husbands to Flora men, because men like Flora's light, delicate taste. Flora is made with pure sunflower oil, so it's high in polyunsaturates.
Oh, no.
Is it time to change your husband? Flora, the margarine for men.
I came across Mr. Kipling in the meadow by the church. If I've painted that spire once, he said, I've painted it a dozen times. He offered me an apple pie. An artist needs inspiration, he explained. Golden short crust pastry, delicious apple filling, and just the right amount of sugar sprinkled on top. But then, when it comes to the little details, Mr. Kipling does have an exceedingly good eye.
Something different is about to happen. The most exciting thing that's ever happened to ice cream. New Ice Magic from Birds. A rich, smooth, chocolatey topping like no other. Because in a moment, Ice Magic changes into a deliciously crisp, chocolatey coating. New Ice Magic from Birds. Ice cream will never taste the same again.
When your old fridge can't cope, put this Kelvinator fridge freezer in its place. More storage space than a worktop fridge, electric. Automatic defrosting and compact enough to fit any size kitchen, electric. So when your old fridge can't cope, put a Kelvinator fridge freezer in its place.
From all over Britain, young people working together have made the National Youth Theatre a breeding ground of creative talent. And because this form of energy is vital to a nation,
Texaco, as part of its commitment to arts and culture, are proud to sponsor the National Youth Theatre. Texaco, the driving force.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out, check it out. Check it out. Check it out, check it out. Check it out.
Check out 82. Big price cuts and hundreds of them, making today's Tesco even better value.
Today's Tesco.
Check it out.
Some interest rates for savers have fallen. Here's one investment that hasn't. The National Savings Bank Investment Account. It still pays a big 13% in full, before tax. Invest by the end of the month, and you'll get the benefit from July the 1st. To withdraw your money, all we ask is 1 month's notice. Full details are at your nearest post office. So open an account now, and get your foot on the ladder. National Savings Investment Account.
Waking up, rolling on ZR. Flying off, seeing people going up. Getting fresh and need another pair of hands. Going out on the tiles that our helps keep you dry. All smiles, all day. Be confident from Z to R.
Chocolate from Cadbury.
Tonight at 7:15, may the Force be with you for the television premiere of Star Wars.
R2, that stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down.
I'll take them myself. Cover me. Yes, sir.
The princess, she's here?
Princess.
Here they come.
Star Wars, tonight at 7:15 on ITV.
Well, our next programme is Credo, and it doesn't deal with the subject as shown in TV Times. Our big film of the evening, Star Wars. After that, there are one or two time changes. The
AT-AT, attacking Luke Skywalker's rebel base. Can Luke, in his snowspeeder, halt the Imperial Walker?
Okay, Luke, here we go. Steady. Now! We got it!
Will the rebels survive? Only you can decide with Star Wars toys.
Times like these, you need Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
If you love the open road, we have a car you're going to enjoy. A car that's designed around the driver. Its dashboard bristles with advanced electronics. Shaped in a wind tunnel to save fuel, it's one of the most aerodynamic five-seaters ever made. Yet it has more headroom, more legroom, and more luggage room than the Cortina it replaces.
Ford Sierra, a dynamic driver's car. This powerful 2.3-litre 5-speed gear can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 10 seconds and to 118 miles per hour. And its supple, new, all-independent suspension gives you beautifully balanced road holding. The new Ford Sierra is man and machine in perfect harmony.
All right. It's nice, actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
You preferred it?
Yeah, because I've not bought stock for years. Stock tastes different from what it used to.
Does it?
Yeah, it doesn't taste anything like it used to.
Tastes better?
Yeah, much.
Well, it's New Stalk SP, of course.
Yes.
That came out last year. And you are actually going to change things?
Yes, I will now, because that was nice.
Do you know you're being filmed?
Someone's standing there winking at me, yeah.
Stalk SB margarine. More and more people are tasting the difference.
Next weekend on ITV, Clark Gable is one of the tall men.
We split 50-50 on every cow we bring into Montana alive. Can't you see how big this is?
I want a tall man, don't want a small man.
Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock.
Suits you, young'un. You're very welcome to it.
A new series about the young Sherlock Holmes and the mystery of the Manor House.
Oh, that's splendid.
Sunday night at 7:15, the feature film snaps open. Sean Connery and Robert Shaw in From Russia with Love.
My friends call me Tanya.
Mine call me James Bond.
At 10:35 on Sunday, Melvyn Bragg visits the Welsh borders to talk to writer Bruce Chatwin in the South Bank Show. The ITV View for You, next weekend.
It's been described as a super colossal science fiction pantomime. It smashed box office records all over the world, and it's said to be irresistible. It's our film now, Star Wars.
The difference with Candy Formula Stainless Automatics is inside. The Candy Formula Stainless range. More machine for your money.
I left the house with few regrets, for it was a cold place, though furnished pleasantly enough. Its warmth and cheer now were gone. I returned without enthusiasm, but I was happily surprised, for they had bought new gas fires. Not just economical and efficient, they pleased my critical eye. One even had real living flames, painting pictures as no mere artist could. As the lady of the house later wrote to me, "Get a new gas fire and you will not know the old place."
And so we come to the end of our programmes from Border Television for this Sunday, and indeed for this weekend. We hope you've enjoyed them. Tomorrow evening, there are two new series beginning. There's Foxy Lady, starring Diane Keane, at 8 o'clock, and at 8:30, a new series of World in Action. At 9 o'clock, there's Harry's Game. And, of course, tomorrow at 10:30, we continue the Gangster Chronicles. Those are some of the programmes. Alan Cartner will be your announcer. With the time now approaching 13 minutes to midnight, may I now wish you all a very good night and sleep well. And now it's just after 13 minutes to midnight. And again, to you all a very good night, and you won't forget to switch your set off, will you? Good night.
Next Monday at 6:30, Keith Macklin returns with a new series of Brain of the Border.
Thank you very much, it fits just fine. Thank you very much, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the homemade wine. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the babysitting. Thank you very much, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the extra typing. Thank you very, very, very much.
Delicious Cadbury's chocolate and all your favourite centres make roses the sweetest way to say.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
There's one building society that's been around a long time, over 130 years. A society with more than 500 branches and agencies throughout the country. So as you see, it's big. A building society that keeps growing and offering excellent interest rates to savers. A society with assets so substantial that they just don't make it big, but one of the biggest. Bradford and Bingley Building Society, one of Britain's biggest.
Good coffee is easy, but when you whiten it, how can you be sure it won't go... or even... You coffee mate it. Carnation's famous Coffee Mate is specially blended to round off coffee perfectly.
Does too.
What else rounds off a good cup of coffee, like Coffee Mate?
Coffee tastes nicer with Coffee Mate.
The first performance isn't far away, and the strain's beginning to tell. Time for a rest and a refreshing Lucozade. Lucozade is glucose energy in the most natural form the body can take. Lucozade, a refreshing energy drink.
Good day.
My lord.
Bar of Terry's plain chocolate, if you please.
I fear they don't yet make such an article.
But now, here it is, and as you'd expect of Terry's, it's quite exceptionally good. Rich, dark, and perfectly smooth.
It is. It is.
Terry's plain chocolate.
Call and see our large range of carpets and vinyls, all prices greatly reduced. Free fitting on all orders. Eddie Shimmings, Senhouse Street, Maryport.
Now is the time to pick a Christmas bargain from the huge selection of toys and cycles in the Mark Taylor Wonderland.
Channel 4 comedy. It might raise a few eyebrows, but it promises to be a laugh.
Excuse me, madam.
Not me.
Did you try to run off the road?
How could I?
Oh, I don't know. I just was asking you.
God.
Had really nothing to do with the
I didn't try to
contract.
run him off the road, no.
We was coming down Crenshaw one
I
night.
didn't
Wait,
try
one at a time.
I'm looking at violence in L.A. What do you think the reason for this will be?
I think most violence comes from sex and violence.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
Mr. Thompson in. I says, I'm Mr. Thompson. He says, I'm from Little Woods. I says, God bless you. I've won the treble chance. He says, no, your wife's up for shoplifting.
Jimmy, you're just as slicky as ever. My word, haven't you all grown?
Thanks, old stick. Well, it's great to see the girls again, isn't it, Dick? Oh, rather.
Well, you must all be famished after your journey, so I've made you a supper meal. Come on.
Oh, where's it?
Yes, a whole host of new talent comes to the screen on Channel 4 television starting on Tuesday, the 2nd of November. Enough to bring the house down.
Look, I'm not looking for monkey business.
Is old and grey and nobody loves it. I think it's time for some cosmetic surgery.
Diane Keane is a foxy lady tonight at 8 on ITV.
Oh, and I can tie my own shoelaces too.
Tonight's Coronation Street is subtitled on Oracle, page 199.
On Midweek World Cup Special, tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 on ITV, exclusive coverage of England's World Cup qualifying match in Turkey. England are hoping for a second win after their emphatic 5-0 win against Finland at Wembley last month. And in Midweek Sports Special later at 10:40, there are highlights of the game, plus action from the night's other World Cup qualifiers involving Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. That's top football action in Midweek World Cup Special, tomorrow at 1:30 and later at 10:40 on ITV.
Duracell is no ordinary battery. In this continuous test, Duracell lasts 6 times longer than ordinary zinc-carbon batteries. Duracell. No ordinary battery looks like it or lasts like it.
Aim for the facts. All margarines are high in fat. Margarines high in polyunsaturates, 80% fat. Even margarines low in cholesterol, 80% fat. St. Ivel Gold is a low-fat spread with only half the fat of any margarine. Gold from St. Ivel. Aim low.
Taking cod liver oil is as worthwhile as it ever was for the elderly and both during and following pregnancy. But because the flavor does little for its virtues, those natural A and D vitamins now come in taste-free, odorless capsules. So look for this tub at most chemists. 7 Seas Pure Cod Liver Oil Capsules. Remember the goodness, forget the taste.
When it looks like the rain will last all day, but you have to get the washing dry.
Dry Electric with a new generation Hotpoint Reverse-O-Matic. It tells you when it's finished, and there's Hotpoint's free 5-year parts guarantee.
When you can't trust the weather, you can trust the tumble dryer. Dry Electric.
Ask for a mortgage at any branch of the Principality right now, and the chances are you will walk out with something to get really excited about. The Principality Building Society.
This is HTV West. Now today's international news from ITN in London with Sandy Gall and Pamela Armstrong. The time, 10 o'clock.
TUC leader booed by miners as he condemns violence. The Earl of Stockton makes his maiden speech at 90. 9 feared dead in plane crash near the south coast. The Brighton bomb claims a 5th victim. In Moscow, Svetlana is trying to avoid the cameras. Good evening. The General Secretary of the TUC, Mr. Norman Willis, was...
Like the man says, don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive.
At 9:25 tonight, BBC One begins a new detective series starring Kevin Dobson as Jack Shannon, a member of San Francisco's elite S-Squad. And now the first of tonight's feature films, which tells a true story from the closing stages of the Second World War as the Allies prepared to cross the Rhine over the bridge at Remagen.
There's that spinning star at the end. You cut it off. Now you're in trouble. Would you like a quick look at the charts that are up in a second? Yep, that's all you get to see. You'll have to wait until after Whizbit.
Hello, my little magic ones. Fancy meeting you here. Come amongst me. Answer me this most important question. Do you believe in that funny stuff they call magic? You do? Then you've come to the right place. This is called Puzzleopolis. It's probably the most magical town in the whole world. And this is Paul's Playhouse, where every night I present sort of magic shows, and sometimes we have talent contests, and oh, there's a lot to tell you about. Come in the dressing room and we'll have another chat. And we'll just straighten that up. Well, come on then. Well, this is the stage, actually, of Paul's Playhouse. Look, these are the boards that tell the audience what the next act is. Lupa Eldanis, the Unusualist. Yeah, think about that. Something there to work out. Right, oh, look at this, look. You know what that is? A stage hand. Boom, boom. No? All right, come on. I'll show you the dressing room. Come on, then. Come in here. Oh, you're in here. How did you manage that before me? This is, as I said, the dressing room. It's nice, isn't it? It's got posters on the wall and things like that. And this is where I sit and practice the little card tricks that I do. Now, come a little closer. Come on, come close. Look and wonder.
In the beginning, there was magic in the world. There was the magic of day and night and winds and clouds, and the magic of birth and of life. And to the first beings who had crawled agonizingly out of the primeval mud to crouch in caves against the long nights of fear, everything was magic. There was white magic, and there was black magic. And there was darkness, thunder and lightning. That was in the beginning.
But now? No, I was just admiring myself in the mirror. Oh, some friends have come back. Hang on, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I didn't see you there. Right, now it's time for a story. Once upon a time, they all start like that, and a very good time it was. Woolly Rabbit. Now you can see him there. He was on his way to Puzzleopolis. He was going to the vegetable market to get himself some nice, new, crisp, green lettuce. His mouth watered in anticipation.
My mouth is watering. Good morning.
It will be.
Hey, that's just flying around. How do you do that?
Yes, well, levitation is a secret, and rule 1 of the Good Wizard's Guidebook is never tell a secret.
Oh, I'm Woolly.
Well, I'm Whizbit. I come from the planet Wow.
Wow.
And I'm visiting Earth for a year and a day.
Year and a day. Where's she gone now?
Perfect landing. Now, Woolly, I'll show you a trick that will satisfy and gratify you.
A trick?
Think of something. Anything.
I'm thinking.
Now, here is an empty pan. I put the lid on. I wave my hand over it, say the magic word, Eldanis a magicus, and voila!
Oh, not voila, carrots.
Of course! Have one.
Oh. Oh, no, I'll have one. I'm not greedy. Voila.
Thus, a friendship began that would take them through many strange and curious magical adventures. Hey, let me tell you about Whizbit. Now, he comes from the planet of Wow. Once he was a little bit of magic in his daddy's eye. Time came to grow a bit. Whizbit grew about 3 feet high.
This away, this away, this away, this away,
His daddy then told him that it was time to try Try a little magic, magic, magic. Do a little magic, so be tried. Meanwhile, high in the mountains above Pusselopolis hangs Castle Creep. Hangs on nothing at all in
the honour. 14th green, and Nathaniel Crosby playing 4. Needs it to get in, needs it, does it. Oh, unlucky. Well, the wind might still blow that in. I think it's on the right side of the hole, just dawdling about, but no. The wind was, in fact, on the wrong side of the hole. And so, George McGregor, with a putt rather the same length as he had on the last hole, to win.
United.
First, though, a policeman has been shot dead and a milkman critically injured in 2 separate shootings in Northern Ireland. The policeman, a reservist in the RUC, was killed as he was manning a checkpoint outside a police station in Cook.
With those on the other side of the sectarian divide, and it helps explain how the loyalist gunmen decided on their target.
And that report from James Robbins. In the election campaign, the Labour Party is still on the spot over its nuclear defence policy. Last night, former Prime Minister Jim Callaghan said the Polaris deterrent should not be scrapped unilaterally, a view similar to one already expressed by Dennis Healey and repeated by him today. This morning,
She has another larger library in a shed at the bottom of the garden. This collection was begun by her father, Arthur Hughes, who came to Patagonia in the old days. The fact that the pioneers had moved to a new land didn't mean that they lost touch with the culture they'd left behind in Wales and Europe.
Sultan Harold Francis and an audience including mothers, mothers-to-be, midwives and doctors and who knows babies. Until then, from me and all of us, goodbye from Exchange Flag. See you next week.
Well, stay with us because Jimmy Jules...
Early Welsh settlers, even though some of them have by now become a mixture of Spanish and...
The current average metro temperature, we've got 66 at FM 100. We got generally fair skies with us through this afternoon.
Who was Maddock? Did he discover America before Columbus? Search cameras visited the United States to find out more about the Welsh connection. To accompany the programs, a work pack has been prepared which provides background material and suggests supporting activities. Work packs can be obtained by sending a cheque for £3.50 per pack to Education Department, BBC Wales, Broadcasting House, Llandaff, Cardiff CF5, 2YQ.
This is BBC One. Our next programme this morning for schools and colleges is The Past Afloat, looking at sail and steam. That begins in 5 minutes at 11:55.